Good evening. It's May the 14th, and once again back again to wish you not only a happy Mary's month, but a happy Mary's Day. Today we celebrate the feast of St. Matthias, the first, I guess we could say, the first new bishop in the church. Um, and as we celebrate, though, this day before the novena of Mary Help of Christians begins, what I'd like to do is to maybe give to you a little recommendation that Don Bosco used to gave to his missionaries when he used to send them off to the different lands that he would send them off to. One of his recommendations would be constantly promote devotion to Mary, Help of Christians, and to the Blessed Sacrament. You know, whenever there was a danger or a special need in the church, Don Bosco used to recommend to his Salesians and boys to pray to Mary, Help of Christians. That's one of the reasons why we still have that recommendation, to make sure it's part of our psyche and part of our regular routine, that we celebrate Mary Help, especially during novenas, triduums, feast days, and on the 24th of each month. Don Bosco always recommended that the Salesians and boys offer some special prayer to Mary, and offer up often under the title of Help of Christians. And on more than one occasion, by various expressions, Don Bosco would say, "Make Mary known, and you'll see what miracles are." You've heard me say that before. But he would often always challenge his boys to recommend devotion to Mary and to put their complete trust in her for their spiritual and temporal needs. Um, it would be whatever you do during the summertime, which is coming up. He used to recommend for his children, for his young people, for his boys, that they be directed to the honor and glory of Mary during the summertime, that they pray for the souls in purgatory, and make sure tomorrow he would say you must offer up a splendid present to Our Lady, give her a soul from purgatory. Wonderful Marian thought, a wonderful Marian devotion. Giving to Mary each day, or at least one day during the week, a soul from purgatory by praying for the souls in purgatory. I think we can't do better than that, even among ourselves. I think of some of the Marian practices that my mother used to present to us, and she kind of instilled in us, saying the three Hail Marys before we retire each night, and with the cross on our pillow. I think my brother, he's 75 years old. I think he still does that to this day. Matter of fact, I remember him telling me fairly recently that he can't get to sleep until he gets this practice done. So I ask you to think of a favorite Marian devotion, a Marian memory in your own life, and maybe do something to instill devotion to Mary in your own family, whether it be a Marian prayer together around the Lord's around the table before you eat dinner, or it might be beginning the day with before you send everybody off during the day, a little Marian prayer for asking Mary to protect your children during the course of the day, not only from physical harm but from spiritual evil as well. So, a quick thought. I'm trying to get as close to that 3 minute mark that Don Bosco tried to keep it between 3 and 5 minutes, and I recommend that to you. Think during this month of May, and maybe for the beyond the month of May, to coming up with a favorite Marian memory and trying to instill that in your own family. I remember also my mom used to get us around the table, and we would have to do a decade of the Rosary during certain times of the year. And I remember, I hated kneeling down, but she would get me to kneel on my chair, which had a little cushion on the chair, and say, "You kneel here, but you're going to do your decade of the Rosary." Um, Without even thinking about it. And even before we even heard of Mary, the Help of Christians, she was instilling within us a knowledge and an awareness of devotion to Mary, the Mother of God, the Mother of Jesus. May we do likewise, thinking in terms of, even before the Help of Christians came into Don Bosco's mindset, it was the Madonna, devotion to Mary. May we use this month and these days, if we haven't done so already, and if we're not in the process of bringing up a devotion to Mary, do it today, do it tomorrow, do it every day. Begin in our own families a devotion to Mary under any title, but especially under her title, Help of Christians, that we celebrate here at Mary Help. Okay, God bless you all, and know that we'll be thinking of you and praying for you, not only today, but every today. Keep in mind our homebound, our sick, and those who depend on our prayers. Okay, prayerful support. It's what we do as family. It's what we do as faith family. God bless you all.